Hey guys, Jaden here, and welcome back to another episode of Doki Literature Club, the Act 5 mod. I'm starting to walk to school, because today's going to be a special day, because we get Monika's card. Hey! Sarah catches me by surprise. Looks like I beat you today. Pills! Pills fix everything. Well, it would have been, but she's better now. I haven't woken up this early in a long time. It's so pretty out here in the mornings. Oh my gosh, she's so happy. She's almost too happy. The school day has gone by in a blur. Because we skipped past it because we're magical MC Man. MC Hammer. Oh, snap. When I get to the club, everybody seems ready to start. Today is our last topic. Neat Monika handwriting. It's hard to read. There's a lot of crossed out things. As if somebody couldn't decide which to pick. Oh, snap. Manipulation. Hurting my friends. Why do I exist? I don't know. The only ones not crossed out are narcissism and wrongdoing. Okay. Well, I don't think I'm going to go over narcissism. The person who wrote this doesn't suffer from that anymore. Sure, they've shown symptoms of it in other worlds, but they've changed. And anyone in their position would have done the same. But feeling a sense of wrongdoing is natural. Good, even. It shows that they've recognized what they did wrong. We all make mistakes. Whether or not we like it, there's nothing we can do to stop that. The important thing is to learn how to feel better about them. And for that person who wrote this to feel better about it. They're going to have to face this problem head on. And for that, I'm going to have to ask you to claim this card. There's a few seconds of awkward silence. It's mine. Thank you, Monika. What is it that you think you did wrong? The girls give me a face like I'm oblivious to something. I was the one who did those horrible things to you guys. I manipulated you guys to hurt yourselves. I made Sayori take her own life. I made Yuri go crazy. I made Natsuki feel like her life was pain. I deleted all of you. All to be with Jaden. I selfishly forced him to be with me. This could have been something fun. We could have lived carefree in this world. We could have all been friends. But my selfishness got in the way. And I never thought of stopping myself. Thank you, Monika. We already know the answer, but I wanted to reaffirm it. Do you feel sorry for what you did? Yes. That's all we need. Like I said before, many people would have done the same if they were president. In fact, after you were deleted, the next president was going to do so as well. What we need to do now is learn to forgive Monika. Imagine they want to ask me, but how could we forgive her? Everyone, forgiveness doesn't have to be saying that what something did was okay, nor does it have to be ignoring what happened. Forgiveness can be learning to accept what happened. It can be learning to stop letting what happened plague your relationship with an otherwise amazing person. And most importantly, forgiveness can be choosing not to live in the past anymore. The girls stare off deep in thought for a while. Yuri chimes in. Monika, you were so nice to me before I even joined the club. When you saw that I was sitting alone during lunchtime, you came and sat next to me. While we didn't have much in common at the time, you still tried your best to be my friend. When you started the club, you knew that I would have loved to join, and that I needed some way to make friends, so you invited me. I can easily forgive you for anything that you do. Thank you, Yuri. Monika, when I needed a place to go after school, you let me join your club regardless of the fact that you didn't know if I cared about literature, and wouldn't really care about the club. And yet you let me bring my manga here, despite whatever you may have thought about it. Monika, you'll always be my friend. How cute. Monika, you let me be vice president of the club, despite knowing that I wasn't really interested in literature. You were a really good president, and you had some really good hopes for the club. And you let me bring Jaden here, despite him being just as enthusiastic about literature as me. No matter what, you'll always be my friend. Thank you, Sayori. Monika, do you feel you can move on from what you did? No. Oh. Monika? What I did was horrible and unnatural. Jaden is president, and yet he doesn't subject us to being with him. I mean, I kinda am. You're all with me right now. He doesn't make us slave away to his every desire. He hasn't killed any of the other members just to be with his favorite. He's trying to make us happy. I didn't strive to do that. Monika, the only person who's not happy here is you. Well, that doesn't change anything. I want you to be happy too. You're different now. You're not forced to be a bad person by your programming. Please, Monika, forgive yourself. It's the most important part of being forgiven. Okay. Yay! For that, we need to pick a new president, effective tomorrow. Monika. Yeah, it's gotta be Monika. Thanks. Okay, everybody, it's time to end the meeting. We should probably all write poems for the festival. Alright. Oh, we're gonna be back to Monika as president! My phone buzzes in my pocket. Monika's texted me. Hey, you've done so much for me and our friends, so I figured I'd at least ask. Do you want to hang out? You don't have to say yes. Sure, great. I finished my walk home with Sayori, who's been happier than ever. I guess her sunshine wasn't just a cover-up. She really is a happy person now. Or maybe that's all that remains with her depression removed. Whatever, she's happy. It's all that matters. I feel like something is going to go wrong. Everything has gone right. We've done therapy club. And now something's gonna go wrong. There's a knock on the front door. Hey! Did you not have time to change out of your school clothes? I don't seem to have any other clothes. What? I can make you some. It's fine, Jaden. Monika comes inside and I lead her up to my bedroom. We stare at each other awkwardly. Despite everything I've done in the club, I'm still not good at this stage of relationships. So, I guess we never got to spend time together. Well, not as friends. I guess not. Well, I just thought that you were so nice to us. It's amazing. Well, I had memories of everything that happened in the club. It just allowed me to find out what I really wanted to do, and I had everybody's mistakes to learn from. Monika, I couldn't have done this without you being president. She sits down near the base of my bed. She pats the spot next to her. I sit down. Jaden, you've been looking into the outside world, right? I nod my head. I suppose that's the one thing we have in common. Me and you are the only people who've been presidents of the club. Well, at least for this long. What do you think about it? It's a good question. Well, it's kind of cool. Their universe, their galaxies, their solar system, their planet, their biology, their history, their sciences, their fiction, their miraculous ability to narrowly avoid nuclear holocaust. Oh! Shots fired! Literally. Nukes. Gosh dang it. Their computers, their programming, their internet. All for us to look back onto it. We remained silent for a long time. Our world is just as real as theirs. They're not sure where they come from. Their world may be a code in a computer too. Oh, don't do this. Monika chuckles. You're so much like I was. You should read all of what I said to Jaden in my world. Just search Monika's topics using Jaden's browser. We've already talked about everything we can. I do as she says. Well, I scanned through her topics. Oh no. Do yourself a favor and skip topic 5. What's topic 5? Doki Doki Literature Club, Monika's topics. Topic 5. Oh, that's the Sayori one. Oh, yeah. This is really interesting. I didn't know the wiki had all of her topics. That's pretty cool. But yeah, definitely skip topic 5. Oh dear. These are a lot like the things I'd say to you. Monika was remorseless for what she did, but her point still stands true. Our friends weren't real enough for her. Monika, I see that you're finished. Me and Jaden talked about a lot of things. How this is not really Japan. Just like you, I talked to them about what to do. If somebody knew they had some kind of mental illness. Talked about Yuri's book. You knew about that, right? I deleted it. Exactly what I'd expect from you, Jaden. We talked about how to deal with knowing that nothing in this world is real. We talked about how our friends fit into some character archetypes, how Yuri couldn't function in their world, and how people with Natsuki's personality don't really exist in their world. We talked about how they never got to see me outside of school, before I'm in these clothes. Talked about how Yuri's the typical yandere, and that she's so obsessed with you that she would do literally anything to be with you, to the point of craziness. I talked about how I felt not being able to be close to Jaden. Once again, just like you. I talked about how it's not cheating to get help with mental illnesses in the form of medication and therapy. Knowing you, you probably said something like that to Sayori. I nod. I talked about how we never made it to the festival. How Natsuki's the typical tsundere. She hides her feelings by acting tough and bossy. And the various reasons why she's like that. And we talked about how I never got a route with Jaden. All in that order. I bet you're feeling like you've never had an original thought in your life as president. But don't feel like that. This is what all good presidents inevitably discover about the universe. Me, you, and the millions of other Monikas and Jadens. Jaden, do you know what the difference is between me and you? What do you mean? Do you see where you are succeeding where I have failed? Monika, you don't have to beat yourself up over this. Please. I decide to indulge her strange request. Instead of having a nihilistic outlook on my existence, instead of wallowing in the fact that the world isn't real and that I'll never be a real person, I try to make this world at least appear real, and make it better than any real world could be. Exactly what I thought, you say. She stares off depressingly. Monika, don't be sad about this. We can make things right. Jaden, you're a better president than I ever was. Yet, it's exactly what I was programmed to be. A tear starts to roll down Monika's cheek. Monika, we can be with each other. You can forgive yourself for what you did. We stare at each other for a long time. I forgive you. She slides closer to me. Tell Jaden that I'm sorry. I'm sorry this world is like this, Monika. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter that nothing here is real. I like it in this world. Let's have fun while we can. She grabs my hand. I squeeze it back. Jaden, you've been like this with the other girls, right? Yeah, I hope that's okay. Of course it is. I want my friends to be happy. They all love you, and they want you to love them. You couldn't accomplish your goal without it. Knowing you, you probably haven't been doing any lewd things with them, right? No, but whoa! Whoa! Let's pretend you didn't hear that. No. Should I? You should do whatever feels right. We sit in more silence. Jaden? What do you think of the creators? Putting us in this fake world. Give them a lot of criticism for making everybody suffer, but they have every right to do so. Their lives aren't only happy endings. If they want our lives to be sad, so be it. Our purpose as a work of fiction is to serve them, and not in a master-slave kind of way. I mean, we can teach them to create their own happy ending by our example. Fortunately, if we're programmed to be smart enough to suffer it, then we're smart enough to change it. Are we self-inserts? What do you mean? Did our programmers put themselves into our world? Like, for example, I got kind of opinionated with Jaden when I was with him. I think that they were well-based opinions, Monika. Thanks. But would it be surprising if if he held the exact same opinions as I do? I guess not. And you? Don't you feel a bit weird? Isn't it strange that you're benevolent out of nowhere? I mean, it's okay, everyone's happy and all that, but it seems like what you've done here is what the second programmer would have done if they were you. I bet they're a high school student just like you. I don't like talking about this. I bet they're a loser like me too. We stay in silence for longer, but it feels like we're saying 1,000 words with each passing second. Jaden, you're right. This is all I really need to be happy. She takes out her phone and checks the time. Well, it's getting late. We have to make sure that we get a good night's rest for tomorrow. Yep. We both stand up. We look at each other. She hugs me and I hug back. She kisses me, and she's on her way. Dang. Oh, existential crises left and right. I should probably get to bed. Tomorrow's gonna be a big day for the club. Wait, my poem! Whatever, I've done enough work for 1 week. I have something in mind. Today's the day Monika's gonna be president. Okay, everybody, today we're getting ready for the festival. I hope all your poems are ready. Whom should I show my poem? It doesn't matter, cause they all love us. Let's share with Sayori first. Walk over to where Sayori's sitting. Hey, Jaden, I can't wait any longer to read your poem. Well, I didn't have time to write a poem last night, so I figured I'd bring an old favorite. Here's my poem. A smile starts to grow on her face. Hey, I remember this poem. You wrote this for me in the other world. That's really sweet of you. And also really lazy of you. In fact, you probably have Yuri Natsuki's poems in there too. She saw right through me. Yeah, whatever. Can I see your poem? My bottles. Oh, it's gonna be happy! I screw the caps off of my bottles, the containers of all my old dreams. One little ball of sunshine, cute as a kitten. I dump it back into my head. It's warm and tingly. I welcome it back. There's room for it now. Instead of disappearing into space, it'll stay warm with its friends in my sun. No more happy thoughts on shelves, but more happy thoughts in my head until my sun burns out. Sayori, this is really good! Is this referencing bottles? I nod. Yep! It's a lot more like the Sayori I know. It's good to know you're feeling better. It's also really lazy of you. Hey! I'm just joking. You should go share with Natsuki now. I'm sure she's got a great poem. Yeah, me too. I walk over to where Natsuki is sitting. Hey Jaden! Let me see your poem. Okay, but just know it's an old favorite of mine. I hand the poem to Natsuki. As she reads through, her irresistible smile shows. Hey! I remember this one! You gave it to me in the other world. Too lazy to write a new poem, I see. That's actually really sweet of you, Jaden. Now read my poem! Things I like about my new papa. I like when my new papa comes home to see me. I like when my new papa and I cook together. I like when my new papa spends time with me. I like when my new papa asks about me. I like when my new papa loves how I dress. When he loves my friends, loves my hobbies. I like when my new papa and I eat together. I like when my new papa gives me an allowance. I like when my new papa loves me. Natsuki. She runs over to me and hugs me. She quickly releases. What did you think of it? This is from your other poem. How did you find that one? Don't worry about it. You should go see Yuri. I bet her poem's really good. And I'm sure she wants to read your poem from her. I walk over to Yuri. She's reading a new book. Hello, Jaden. Did you write a poem last night? I didn't have time, so I thought I'd read an old poem. I hand the poem to Yuri. She reads the poem with an intent look. She has a smile. She has a small grin by the end of it. I've read this somewhere before. She stares off deep in thought for a second. Now I remember the other world. I really liked it then, and even more now. Thanks, Yuri. Can I see yours? Yeah. Ghost in the dark. The tendrils of my hair hide in the darkness, bathing. The green ghost turned out the lights. Then he went away. I see a yellow light in the distance. I start to walk towards it. I see him there. I step into the light. Simultaneously, other ghosts do as well. They glow blue, green, and pink. As his command, the world freezes for a second. I see the umbrella go up in flames in the distance, as well as a tied piece of rope. We become flesh and blood. Aw, that's really cool. Wow, Yuri, this is like your other poem. And that I don't think I get them. I get it! Nice try, Jaden. You're not that dense. You got me. This is really good, Yuri. As your poems always were. Thanks. Hey, do you want to hang out after school today? I wish we could have done it on that day, but I didn't make sure Natsuki was doing okay. Sure, Jaden. We should probably go see Monika now. I bet she's dying to read the poem you have for her. I walk over to where Monika is seated. Hey, Jaden! I bet your poem's really good, after seeing all the girls' poems. Well, I didn't have time to write one after last night, so I picked an old favorite of mine. I hand the poem to Monika. Her always beaming smile grows even larger while reading my poem. I remember this. This is the one I had you write when you were with me. I'm glad. I'm glad you still cherish that time, despite all the horrible... I interrupt her. You still deserve to be happy, Monika, no matter what you did. Thanks, Jaden. You really are a nice person, doing this for me and our friends after what I did to you. Here, read my poem. Happy forever. He puts the world back the way it was, undoing all my hard work. He tells me we're gonna patch the hole in the wall. After we're done, after everybody's happy, after everybody's safe, after that, me and him will build a mansion of my home. We'll have infinite time, infinite choices. I trust him. Wow, Monika. I'm glad we can work together on this. Thanks, Jaden. Have you shared your poem with everybody? Yep. You betcha. Good. Okay, everybody, now that we've exchanged our poems, it's time to figure out what we're doing for the festival. I think we should stick to what we were going to do. I'll make pamphlets for all the attendees, Sayori will help me design them, Yuri will make the banners and decorations, and Natsuki will make the cupcakes. The girls are all in agreement. Let's plan on meeting at Jaden's house this weekend, so we can all work together on everything. The girls are confused. Come on, it'll be fun! We all get to spend time with Jaden. The girls seem offended. Like what Monika just proposed is weird. Well, it is, but smiles start to grow on their faces. That could be kind of fun. We could all get to know each other better. Yeah, great. Let's plan on it then. With that, everybody starts packing up for the day. Yuri's gonna be here soon. Hopefully we can confirm that the pills are still working. There's a knock at my door. Hey, Yuri. Hey. I beckon Yuri inside and lead her up to my bedroom. By the time we get to my room, I realize that Yuri and I have nothing to talk about. Well, she's the one who actually deeply cares about literature. That'll be a good starting point. So, Yuri, what books have you been reading lately? Despite it being a well-meaning question, I cringe as it comes out of my mouth. Oh, well, the school doesn't have a library, and I didn't feel like going to the bookstore, so I figured I could ask Monika where to find books. She smiled and handed me her book. Luckily, it had the exact topic I was interested in, and a lot of other cool ones, too. Like programming AI if we are living in a simulation. Oof. When Yuri took the pills, it must have deleted her Portrait of Markov book. That left her without anything to satisfy her passion. Thankfully, Monika was nice enough to give her a book. But I guess I have even more work to do to make it believable. Here, I have an idea. The world stutters for a moment. That's really cool, Yuri, but I think the school actually does have a library. They put it in over the summer, so that's probably why you haven't seen it. It's not that big, but it has a lot of good books for literature enthusiasts. That's really nice of you, Jaden. Thank you. You don't have to thank me. It was the school district who put it in. Wink, wink. I've gone to the high school for years. At least I think so. And I know that there wasn't a library there. Besides, if you have the power to do all these things, I think you have the power to make a small library. I wouldn't be surprised if you downloaded some books off the internet and put them in there. She got me! Don't worry, I got the appropriate permissions for them. So, thank you. You're welcome, Yuri. If there's anything else you need, just let me know. Hey, Yuri, can I see something? What is it? I know this is kind of weird, but can I see your arm? I want to see how it's doing. Sure. She holds out her arm to me. I was expecting her to show me, but I think we both want an excuse to touch each other. Whoa now! A feeling of anxiety flares up and tells me to expect the worst, but I know it's wrong. I start to roll up her sleeve. It's as smooth as silk. I caress my hand up her arm. Surprisingly, she doesn't hesitate or want to pull away. It must be an indication of my feelings to her. I look up and see that she's wholeheartedly staring at me. Now's the moment of truth. If she's really been cured from her self-esteem issues, she'll continue to go along with it. I know it sounds weird, but trust me. Jaden, this feels really good. That's not weird, is it? I have to be honest with her and myself. A little, but we can be weird together. I shift to a more serious tone. It's not too weird. But I think the medication will prevent that. We've somehow managed to avoid sitting down for this long, so we sit near the base of my bed. We stay silent, because we don't have much more to talk about. Jaden, what's the club going to do if the festival is over? I haven't asked myself that question once. I don't know. I guess Monika and I are going to figure it out tomorrow. But we'll be sure to make it fun for everyone. We sit in silence for longer, as I can't find more things to talk about. But it's fine. Yuri seems in some kind of bliss, but not a lustful kind of way. I conjure up a bag of small chocolates. Poof! She's relaxing with her eyelids closed. I can't resist the temptation. It feels so right the first time. I take the chocolate and put it in her mouth. Yuri takes the chocolate as if this was completely natural. Things have changed so much. I can't thank you enough. I don't know what she's doing, but I don't want to scare her off. She stops getting closer. I think I know. Because it falls on me to make it happen. I turn to face Yuri. I kiss her. She remains calm. In fact, she starts to wrap her arms around me. She's pressing her chest into me. We stay there and cuddle for a while. Is that the right word? Jaden? I look at Yuri. Have you been like this with the other girls? I panic a little. Yeah, is that okay? Unlike the time I asked Monika, I don't know how Yuri's gonna answer. Of course. I'd be conflicted if it was any other way. I love them. They all deserve to have this too. It's really kind of you, Yuri. It's a little weird. It's kind of strange, but shush, it's fine. Shall we quietly lay with each other for a while? Not a very talkative person in these moments, but then it gets late. Harry stands up. It's getting pretty late. Should I leave? We have a lot to do tomorrow. We should probably get enough rest tonight. Yeah. She starts to walk over to my bedroom door. We quickly hug and she leaves. I get to bed. Tomorrow all the girls are coming over. And we'll save that for next time. Oh man, this mod. It's really weird. It's not what I was expecting at all. I don't know how I feel about it, but we're having a happy ending, and I enjoy that. So, anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. If you did enjoy another episode of Doki Doki Literature Club, a brand new day, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Become a miner and join the crew. My outro's all over the place, like usual. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Later!